Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangster Chronicles.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the G's.
So the atmosphere, we could do what we wanted to do. Then in 75, they caught up to it. And they started noticing we can't rehabilitate them. And that's when it went to the Supreme Court to where we're going to have to start charging them between the ages of 16 and 17 to where they will be tried as an adult. So from 75 to this day, anybody that were committing criminal acts where they committed murder, see, they didn't say any murder. They say because of these youths, they're getting away with murder. And they said that's why you got violence offenses. And then as the 50 years went on, when we were getting cited out for taking cars, y'all get carjacking jacked. See how later on they come back and they just changed the law where they increased the penalty, but the same thing happened. So when we was doing it, we were getting traffic tickets where my mama was my bail bondsman. We didn't have to worry about it because we were wards of the court and they were really treating juveniles, which we should go back to where they are being rehabilitated and given a chance. But also that depends on these youth's behavior. They can't go and ask for to get their freedom and you acting like an animal. That gives them the excuse. So why don't we fall back and we're going to help you? Simple as that.
So Mel, that's when I remember something like that because some of the OG homies was kicking it with the little homies. The little homies would take the crime because they wouldn't catch that.
You couldn't get
They couldn't get it, yeah.
That's
so,
exactly.
yeah, because we had a lot of homies go to jail behind that. Oh, no, he just going to take it because he going to go to juvenile hall and get out. Opposed to me being 25, I'm going straight.
And that's why they fell back. But I don't want to. I want Marv to say a little bit about
I want Marv to tell
y'all get there
about how you got started as a youth, and how you got started representing and where you was from. You from Compton and whatever. So give us a little background on.
Well, as Melvin we go prior to 71.
Bingo.
And prior to 71, it was the criminal justice system in dealing with youth was on rehabilitation.
Okay.
So, like he talked about getting arrested 40 times. I was born on Elm Street. I'm from Nightmare on Elm Street, Compton, California.
That's right. Shout out to Elm Street.
Elm Street.
Yeah, well, I mean, and at that time, our sets was, we were all treetops because all our streets are named after trees. And your side was all the swamps before
Okay, now, that's crazy because Treetop is now across the
I'm
trees.
going to tell you how that got
yeah,
there.
Definitely.
So your neighborhood was all swamps from Compton Boulevard back to Alondra. From Alondra over where Nutty Block is now, they was called Boot Hill because it was by the graveyard.
Right.
Arcadia Block was called Spooktown.
And Spooktown now is across the track.
Right. So now we go over to, before Fruit Town was Fruit Town, there was the Bliss Boys.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So I grew up, the first murder we had in Compton was Clarence Stubblefield killed Ferguson in 1969. It stayed across the street from each other. Now, he got 18 months in youth authority because he was 16. Because it was rehabilitation. When I go to juvenile, I've been going to jail since 1959. And I would go to the Rodale program, 30-day program. Go to Y, you do the Marshall program, you do 90 days.
Right.
Because white America couldn't understand the psychic of black. You know what I'm saying? So they said we had that learning curve, so we couldn't commit crimes and be knowledgeable for them. I caught my first body at 17. Went to juvenile hall, got found an unfit juvenile, and went to youth authority.
Okay.
Could have did
YA.
YA. Went to youth authority. I went to YTS. Got involved in a riot in YTS, caught a body. I'm the first juvenile or young adult to get sent from YA to San Quentin. but that's another story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But then-
Just give it authenticity, right? Well, we can come back. That's all it is.
Giving us the history.
Yeah,
Right.
giving it
So
back.
in Compton, when we started gangbanging, I saw most of the Crips come into YA in Youth Authority. We're talking about Bunchy Griffin, Crazy Crip, Kevin Williams, Minnesota,
Ricky Bonneville, y'all.
Ricky Bonneville.
Minnesota. Elementary.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? It was accused of 14 murders at 14.
Please don't tell them murder, Hammer.
So when these dudes came in, we was all Compton. It wasn't no set tripping in Compton. It was just one Compton. So wherever we was from, we was down. What separated Compton and the gangbanging, we talk about, we go to 72.
Right.
Okay. Billy Flowers got killed by Jody Crawford on Wilmington and Compton Boulevard at the Chevron station.
Okay.
About a girl that stayed on Palmer Street. And when Jody Crawford killed little Billy Flowers was from Parmalee and Piru. So they took his body. Jody Crawford was out of the Watts, out of the JDs. When they took his body down to Harrison Ross Funeral Home, the JDs came and was the first ones to turn over a casket. Billy Flowers.
Check your history right quick, y'all.
Billy Flowers called Puddin and Tam them, and they came and sat down at the funeral home for 3 days. And every time somebody come, they would bust them and say, "Who is these niggas here? We from Piru Street." So this is how Pirus came, and the first division came with Watts.
Okay.
And that's where it came. And then when Lil Punkin and Double Barrel Bob came to the Watts Festival in 1971, Craig Munson and them said any Bloods come to 5'9", any 5'9s come to the Watts.
Talk about Punkin, rest in peace.
Lil Punkin from 5'9 Brims. So they say anybody comes out of there, we taking care of them.
Okay.
So Too Sweet them out of the Bounty Hunters, they came and all of them had raincoats on with shotguns on them. And they said, "Well, who are y'all?" He said, "We bounty hunters. We looking for Crips. This is the beginning of the bounty hunters." You did. So then they start calling Pirus. Dudes from LA didn't know what a Piru was, so they start calling us Roosters.
Right.
Okay.
So that's where the red came in at.
Right.
Okay.
And so that set us up with the red and the blue.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is
You know what I'm saying?
history.
So that's where we come. So when he's talking about the different filing, before you could go to YA for being incorrigible. Your mama them couldn't handle you, but it wasn't a crime.
Okay.
In 1971, they made it a felony because blacks were shooting. I had 3 on clear people
Okay.
and didn't do all day. Now for us killing each other, I got one of my little homeboys from Fruitown, 16 years old. He just got 250 years to life.
Right.
How you gonna do a percentage of that?
My son
You know,
got
so it's massive
450.
incarceration now.
My son got
You know?
450 after I told him, "Don't never go behind me in life with my name where they see my record, you're gonna get it." He had got 450. So I'm gonna come help him out and get him back or give him a chance. So this ride, there's a lot of things at stake here. And not to cut you off more, but they get the picture. And we also want to focus on what we can do to help you, because we can always come back and tell tales.
Exactly.
We got a lot of shit, but tonight it's important.
But
tonight.
that's where I'm at,
There you go.
because I'm trying to reach out to the youngsters that don't understand this history at this table. And like I said at first, everybody is misinformed. Even I was misinformed. And my true belief was to be where you was from and represented 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that took me to a different place. You know what I'm saying? And I had help. You know what I'm saying? But now that I got older, how do I help fix what I broke?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't bring nothing back, but how do I help fix what I destroyed? We tore up Compton. We destroyed it with the drugs and the gangbanging. So here I am now. Now I got y'all up here. Y'all can tell us that this wasn't supposed to be. Us getting down the way we getting down and the way we killing each other wasn't supposed to be.
But let me interject on that and what Melvin is saying about the justice system and our position as OGs or
Right.
older people. If you look in the penitentiary system right now, with Mexicans, Old Mexicans, they deal with their youth. They tell, man, we don't deal with mayates, we don't do this, we don't do that. But old blacks try to be 20 and try to give misinformation. You feel what I'm saying? They don't give the real. You get some dude 40 or 50 years old talk about gangbanging. 90% of the time, he didn't do shit at 17. Right. He just got out the house.
Got more graduation pictures and mug shots. Yeah. That's what we say. Yeah. How the hell you got only 3 goddamn ways to get a mug shot or a graduation picture, and you can't top a mug shot? I had 40 of them about 17.
So this is where we have miscommunication in our in who we dealing with our youth. Right. When I grew up, I'll tell you a story. The other day, I was talking to my son. My grandson wilding out. He from Fruittown. Well, he got misinformed by some old niggas about who I was.
Right.
So he doing some dumb shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did some dumb shit. So my son called me because my grandson had done some dumb shit. And I talked to his mother about it. And my grandson and my son, I'm telling him, he said, man, Dad, I got to go over and talk to him. I said, man, this dude is on a suicide mission. Now, my son is 20 years old.
Right.
He tells me, Dad, what do you mean? He on a suicide mission. What are you talking about? Why? I said, man, dude is doing. What would you rather for him to do? Get caught with a gun or get killed with a gun? Basically, it got nothing to do with me. If he get killed, I'm gonna go to the funeral, but I'm not going to the graveyard. Mm-hmm. If he go to prison, if he go to court, I'll go to court, but I'm not going to prison. Right. I ain't got to fight a dog in the fight. So, but my son tell me, man, couldn't nobody tell you nothing when you was growing up. You being a hypocrite. But I had to ask him, how do you know? I just met you, nigga. Mm-hmm. We've been together about 20 years.
Right.
Matter of fact, I don't know you. I knew your mama. For you came as a +1. Okay. You feel what I'm saying?
From the streets to the yard, to the boulevard, Gangster Chronicles. Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangster Chronicles.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the G's.
You know we represent the G's, never no wannabes.
Gangsters, hustlers, players on the go. Tune in like every week.
If you wanna hear the real, well, you done come to the right spot. Gangster Chronicle. Finally get a chance.